Hey guys, this is Kelly from Nerdgasmic Adventures, and this is part 2 of preparing to travel to Croatia. And I want you to stay tuned now. All right, this is Kelly Hauk with Nerdgasmic Adventures. I'm back with you on prepping for my Croatia trip. I guess this is part 2. And I got some really interesting news overnight. One of my reservations was canceled. And so I was like, why? And the lady says, basically, because of the coronavirus. So I thought, it is time for me to go look at those numbers. I live in a state of 7 million. Croatia is a country of 5 million. We've had a certain amount of deaths that are over 1,000, probably over 3,000 for the whole pandemic. Croatia's had around 300. So I basically said, get on my level. I know their numbers have gone up a bit. I'm still not worried. I'm going to take precautions. I'm going to be careful. I'm not planning to go get in a large crowd or in small spaces with people. I'm going to be pretty careful about all the things I do while I'm there. Of course I am. You know, that's irresponsible to not be. But I'm still not scared. So I was like, yeah, get on my level. I have to alter my plans a little bit. That happens. That's a part of life. So there's no need to worry or panic. It might cost me a little bit more than my initial plans had cost me, but you know, this is the nature of traveling. Things can happen at any time that change your plans. I also found a little hiccup in finding ferry passage to the islands in Croatia, and I couldn't find consistent travel for the days I wanted to go. So I may actually really need to figure out how I'm going to work my way across Croatia for the middle part of my trip. So I had to reinvent the wheel a little bit, roll with the punches, I guess is the word I'm thinking of, and decide to make a change to my itinerary. I was originally going to go Split to Hvar to Korčula and then to Dubrovnik. Well, I decided I'm going to rent a car. So today I changed my itinerary a bit, and I'm going to go down the coast of Croatia. I'll actually cross through Bosnia and Herzegovina on my way. All these plan changes had to take place, and there's some advantages to that. I'll have a little bit more freedom to get from town to town. I'll miss out on one beautiful town that I really wanted to go see, but I'm trading it for 2. After I'm in Split for a couple days, I'm going to go get the car. Actually super cheap rates. And then I'm going to drive southeast down the coast, and I'm going to go see a couple of small towns there. I'm going to stop by a place called Stone. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. And it has the largest walls in the world besides, that I know of, besides the Great Wall of China. So I thought, well, I can't miss that. And then I picked a place close to Korčula, where I'm going to go spend one night, but I'm going to spend the night at this other place on the opposite side of the channel there. Anyways, talking about the trip, you know, when 2 nights of your trip gets kind of taken away, you have to rethink how you're going to do things. Also, when you find out, hey, maybe those ferries aren't running as often as you need them to, you think about it again. So I didn't want to take away one night on an island, Korčula, that I had already reserved if I didn't have to, because I know that because of the coronavirus, everybody's lives are impacted, and if I'm canceling a trip, it affects the people who have put up their places in Airbnb, and I don't want to do that if I don't have to. So they kind of made me rethink how I would do this. What I would have probably preferred to have driven down to that place in across from Corchula and spent 2 nights actually in the place I just got for Airbnb, and then just caught the ferry across the channel, and visited the town that way. But I didn't want to take away, you know, a rental from a person that is probably in need of people staying in their Airbnbs due to the economic factors. So I decided, yeah, I can break it up that way. It's no big deal. It's not really that inconvenient for me. I'm traveling by myself. I can adjust on the fly, no big deal. That's how I kind of approach things on this trip. It's really interesting trying to travel during this pandemic because you never know what's going to take place. And so I'm leaving in just a few days, not very many at all. And I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop in case, I don't get the opportunity to do what I want to do. What I really want you to think about is we're all pretty concerned about each other. But there are people hurting out there in their businesses, including me, because I run a business. But people who are hurting, and if I have an ability to help them and go on a really awesome trip, I'm going to try my best to do it. If I have the money, if I'm capable, because this whole travel industry is going to need your help and your input and your goodwill to go out and be adventurous this next summer, so that companies can pick up the pieces that were smashed this year. Many hotels, restaurants, bars are closed. And so in that time, when we finally get to open this planet up, we'll have the ability to start putting money back in the pockets of people who need it. Please be open to contributing to the travel industry. Please keep your mind open and not scared. Things are going to change. All right. It's been good talking to you, and I will talk to you later.